Rose Namajunas versus Zhang Weili 2, the rematch just took place in the co-main event of UFC 268, Usman versus Covington 2, and I'm going to make an individual fight reaction video to this one because I truly believe that Zhang Weili should be the women's strawweight champion of the world right now. I thought she was robbed. It was a close fight, don't get me wrong. It was not like a daylight robbery where you have no idea how it can go to Rose Namajunas, but I truly believe that Zhang Weili won this fight quite clearly 3 rounds to 2, based on those first 3 rounds. I had a live chat going the entire time with about 1,000 viewers. Thank you, by the way, for tuning in. It was one of my all-time high view accounts that I've had. And it was all 3-0 Zhang after the first 3 rounds. And then all of a sudden, now the 5th round comes around and people realise Namajunas is going to start to lose. They start saying 2-2. But everyone in my chat, other than maybe a select few idiots that don't know what they're watching, had it Zhang Weili 3-0 after the first 3 rounds. At best, 2-1 Zhang Weili. So that really does rule out the scorecard of Rose Namajunas 49-46. But then again, she was a Trevor Whitman fighter tonight. And every single Trevor Whitman fighter tonight got a really weird scorecard in their favour. Pre-written, of course, because there's no way you can score 4 rounds for Namajunas. But of course, she was a Trevor Whitman fighter. Usman got a 49-46 scorecard. Randomly, one judge gave him the 4th or 5th round. No idea how they can do that, but they did that anyway. Gave him 4 rounds there in that one. Very confusing in all honesty. But then again, Rose Namajunas, 49-46. Someone gave her 4 rounds. Justin Gaethje, 30-27. One judge pre-writ a scorecard to give him round 1. I mean, it was very unfair, but I thought Zhang Weili won the fight. It's a close fight, though. Not a brutal highway robbery. Not like a Reyes-Jones. There's no way that Jones can win this one, but they somehow give it to him, and also give it to him, by the way, 4 rounds to 1 on one of the judges' scorecards. I always feel like they throw you off when they try and rig these fights in certain ways, where they'll do such a bad scorecard that you're not even focused on the 48-47 Namajunas anymore. 48-47 Namajunas in 2 different directions going towards her, sorry. If she got 2 scorecards of 48-47, I'd still believe this was a bad decision. But they throw in like a 49-46 to make you focus on that one, and everyone debates over did she actually win 4 rounds, when actually the argument should be, did she even win the fight at all? Should she win the fight at all? Because I don't believe that Rose Namajunas won. I think Zhang Weili won the first 3 rounds. Now, I know that Rose Namajunas outlanded her in the second round, 20-16. But Zhang Weili, I thought, landed the better leg kicks of the 2 of them. The better punches of the 2 of them as well. I thought she did better with the top control that she had on top as well. She got the takedowns initially against Rose Namajunas as well. I know that doesn't really mean too much, but she was pushing Rose against the cage. She was landing knees to the thigh and stuff like that. She was the one instigating the takedowns, ending up on top, landing total strikes, landing significant strikes as well. I thought the first 3 rounds were pretty clearly Zhang Weili. And Rose didn't even really do anything in the last 2. In the 4th round, like, there's even an argument, if anyone's going to win this fight 4-1, it's Zhang Weili. In the 4th round, Rose Namajunas is laying on top of her after a good takedown. Don't get me wrong, a good takedown. But then Zhang Weili's like landing shots off of bottom. She outlanded Rose by 32 total strikes in those later 2 rounds. Not the later 2 rounds, overall in the fight. 32 total strikes more. She landed less significant strikes in the fight. But on the floor, she was landing elbows off of bottom. She was landing punches off of bottom. Rose Namajunas just kept leaving full guard and entering back into full guard. Landing a couple of shots, but Zhang Weili was landing more. Silly decision, innit? But we got to live with this. Otherwise, you're like, you're a hater, dude. Because I'm a Rose Namajunas simp. I picked Rose. But you simps are going to fucking defend this decision with your fucking life. Makes no fucking sense to me whatsoever. I picked Rose Namajunas. I had her in a parlay. I wanted her to win. I was quite biased towards her as well. And even I thought Zhang Weili won 3 rounds of the first 3. Close fight, though. Good fight overall. Let's talk about what happened. Both girls landing good leg kicks early. I think Zhang Weili landed the better leg kicks early. And more of them, of course, as well. Landed good shots upstairs as well. Some good body shots here and there. A couple of good body kicks. Rose had moments, though. And this is where it could be a robbery. This is maybe where I can understand the judge being so dumb. Zhang Weili would fall over randomly because, by the way, the cage today, even in the Covington-Usman fight, you could see it as well, was so slippery from blood. In the Quarantillo-Burgos fight, in the Gaethje versus Chandler fight, I mean, they leaked everywhere in those fights. And the cage was so slippery, Zhang Weili, like, fell over a couple of times in those rounds. But didn't get knocked down whatsoever. Got right back up, got back to outlanding Rose, got on top, landed the better shots there as well. Even at the end of the third round, she takes the back of Rose Namajunas, lands good shots, almost has a rear naked choke at one point, wins the grappling exchanges in round 2. It's not completely unfathomable to score any of the first rounds to Rose, but to score 2 of them, I think Zhang won all of them. I think Zhang Weili won all of the first 3 rounds, and she's now just got to deal with it. That's the fucking bullshit part of this sport. Covington's just got to deal with it. Even with the 5 fouls that Usman landed against him. Zhang Weili's just got to fucking deal with it, dude. Imagine if Chandler won the 3rd round against Gaethje, and a judge still gave 30-27 Gaethje on the scorecards, and it now would have been 29-28, and Gaethje still won. Chandler would just have to fucking deal with it, dude. Who cares? Moving on. It's so bullshit. I'm so lucky. And I'm so happy that Burgos didn't get robbed. I'm so glad and happy that fucking Vera didn't somehow get robbed, because would be fucking surprised. Frankie was still twitching, he wins. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get these scorings, but New York is shit at scoring fights. Tends to happen quite a bit. Oh well, I guess. But it was a good fight, though. Both girls landed good shots. Both girls rocked each other at certain moments. Actually, Zhang Weili really badly rocks Rose in round 2, wasn't it? She cracked her with a good shot, and Rose kind of wobbled backwards a little bit in round 2. I don't understand how this has gone the other way. But when I watched it, and when my entire live chat watched it, about 98% of my live chat, of 1,000 people at the time, said Frio Zhang at the end of the 3rd round. A lot of them started saying 2-2 when they realised Rose needed a finish, because she barely won the 4th. As soon as they realised that Rose needed a finish in the 5th, magically there were 2-2 scorecards being said in my chat. But everyone at the end of the 3rd round was Frio Zhang. That's another round for Zhang. Frio clearly for Zhang. Zhang dominating. Zhang Frio. I don't get it. She landed better punches. She landed better leg kicks. She landed better body shots. She was more effective with her grappling. She landed more total strikes on the ground. She had better positional control. She landed more significant strikes on the ground in the first 3 rounds. She took the back a couple of times in that fight as well. How the fuck did she lose? But she just has to fucking deal with it, because that's the sport. Round 4 and 5, Rose won. I guess you could say round 4 is still a close round, but I guess you can give it to Rose Namajunas 3-1 to Zhang Weili. And then I thought she needed a finish in the 5th, but no, she just laid on top, got out total striked on bottom, and then just laid there, landing total strikes now and again, but still getting outlanded by Zhang Weili, I thought, in the 5th round on little bottom blows, but she landed more significant strikes, couple of big punches, couple of big elbows here and there. The round 5 was the clearest round of the fight. Round 4 was close, could go either way. I gave it to Rose Namajunas. Round 1, 2, and 3 are Zhang Weili's rounds, but whatever. Moving on, what's next for strawweight? I guess we're going to do Rose Namajunas versus Carla Esparza next. I would assume, is got to be the next matchup made. Carla has not taken a fight since. She's waited for her title shot. Rose Namajunas is, I guess, now the strawweight GOAT of the women's divisions. I think she's overtaken Joanna and Jacek now. Not on defenses, but just in terms of accomplishments, achievements. Yin Jacek beat Namajunas in the rematch. Go back and watch Yin Jacek versus Namajunas too. And here's the weird thing again about Rose Namajunas. The marketable women's strawweight, the only one who can sell a pay-per-view to save her fucking life. In the Joanna and Jacek rematch, I thought she lost 3-2. I really did think she lost clearly 3-2 in the rematch. Another judge gave her 4-1 randomly. Randomly 4-1 Rose Namajunas. Unheard of. 49-46 Namajunas was the scorecard in the rematch with Yin Jacek. Weirdness with Rose, but she keeps getting these decisions and no one says robbery because they're all a bunch of simps, I fucking guess. It really does piss me off. But oh well, we got to deal with it. It wasn't a fucking brutal one, but it was an annoying one when you know it's kind of clear that it should go a certain way. All the comments are saying robbery. That I haven't got ticks next to their name. Every non-tick name that are basically just there, paid for by the UFC, to say, good job, champ, clap, clap, clap. 49-46 what? Stop the cap, robbed, Zhang won, is that a joke? Robbed, robbery, are your judges on crack, robbery. Like, it's just, how can the entire world think a certain way except for the 3 judges that are there? Change those judges. Daylight robbery. I thought the reps will say draw. How would it be a draw? That's what Rose Namajunas fans are clinging to. I thought it should have been a draw. That's what the Rose Namajunas fans are saying. They're not saying, oh, you guys call it. Rose clearly won. It wasn't a robbery. They're saying, it could have been a draw, you know. There's no 10-8 round. There's no way it could be a draw. But oh well. 3-2 Zhang. Robbery, but good job. Close fight, but 3-2 Rose. Not even close to a robbery. Fucking cuck bitch. Hope he gets swarmed with hatred. Zhang won that fight by 4 rounds. If anyone won by 4 rounds, it would be Zhang. As soon as I heard 49-46, I thought, you know what? Zhang. 49-46, there's no way Rose won 4. And still, I don't get it. Oh well. Whole world thinks a certain way. 2 judges that are owned by the commission that also own the gambling companies think a different way. I guess. Whatever. Poor Zhang Weili. I guess next for her could be maybe a matchup with... Let me have a look at the strawweight rankings. I'm thinking maybe like a Chinese fight night card in like an all-Chinese showdown. Is Yan Xiaonan got an opponent? Let me have a look. Women's strawweight. Yan Xiaonan does not have an opponent right now, I do believe. So that could open up like a China-on-China matchup that they haven't had before. They both speak the same language. Put them as like the co-main event of a fight night. She doesn't have a matchup. She just lost to Carla Esparza. I guess that makes it a good little elimination semi-final situation. Maybe you could make the Zhang Weili, Joanna Jędrzejczyk rematch, because Joanna Jędrzejczyk said, I'm not fighting anyone not named Zhang Weili or Rose Namajunas. Joanna Jędrzejczyk has no idea what she's talking about. She hasn't won a fight in ages. She needs to get back in there and win against someone. Maybe even Marina Rodriguez, Joanna Jędrzejczyk for a title shot. Carla Esparza gets the title shot against Rose Namajunas. Yan Xiaonan versus Weili Zhang. The winner of that one maybe takes on the winner of, I don't know, Amanda Ribas versus fucking... If Lemos wins her next fight, Ribas versus Lemos. Winner takes on the top one. Maybe do Ribas versus Gedalia. Winner gets the winner of Esparza. No, winner gets the winner of Zhang versus Xiaonan. I mean... MMA, you know, just another funny old decision, stinking up a card, but it was a decent fight. It wasn't anything too crazy. It wasn't the war that I expected if it would go 5 rounds. It was just a decent scrap, but, man, it's interesting, isn't it? Zhang should have won that fight, but because Rose Namajunas said, I'm the best. I'm the best. Who's the best? I'm the best. Are the judges hearing me? I said I'm the best. Huh. Rose Namajunas says she's the best in round 3. Should we give her the round? Of course we should. She's the best, no less. Why else would she say it 5 fucking times over and over again? I'm the best. I believe I'm the best so much I have to scream it to myself like a retard. I'm the best. I'm the best. Judges, why aren't you scoring rounds for me? I'm the best. She's the best, guys. Change round 2. That's 4 rounds to 1 for Rose Namajunas. She said she was the best. I didn't hear Zhang Weili say she's the fucking best. Handsome. I don't understand. Makes no fucking sense. But there you go. That's the sport we are in. Wonderful. Looking forward to the next fights in the strawweight division. Hopefully they stay active and get right back in there. Neither really took too much damage other than a little bit of swelling over the eyes and stuff like that. Get them right back in there. April card, March card. No less than 5 months. I don't think they're going to have to take too much time off. It wasn't like a war or anything like that. So, yeah. Zhang should have won. Close, though. But Zhang won. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Click that button up there. Toodle pip. I'll see you later. Goodbye.